Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be amazing, so stay tuned till the end. Let's talk about top 10 oldest monument in the world. 1. Göbekli Tepe. Göbekli Tepe is a Neolithic archaeological site located in Upper Mesopotamia, within the borders of present-day Turkey. Occupied from approximately 9,500 BCE until at least 8,000 BCE, it dates to the pre-pottery Neolithic period. The site is especially notable for its massive circular enclosures containing towering stone pillars, which represent some of the earliest known examples of megalithic construction. These pillars often feature human-like elements, carved garments, and reliefs depicting wild animals, offering valuable evidence for understanding early symbolic thought and religious practices. Rising about 15 meters high and covering roughly 8 hectares, the mound includes remains of Neolithic domestic buildings, smaller structures, stone quarries, and rock-cut water cisterns, along with limited traces of later human activity. Despite its monumental architecture, there is no clear evidence that agriculture was practiced at the site during its earliest phases. Göbekli Tepe emerged at the very beginning of the Neolithic era in Southwest Asia, a period associated with the formation of the world's first permanent settlements. Scholars continue to debate whether the development of farming encouraged sedentary life or whether established communities later adopted agriculture. As a large ritual complex built by non-agricultural societies, Göbekli Tepe has become central to this discussion, challenging long-held assumptions about the origins of complex social organization. 2. The Knap of Howar. Knap of Howar, situated on the island of Papa Westray in Orkney, Scotland, is a Neolithic agricultural settlement and is considered one of the earliest surviving stone-built dwellings in Northern Europe. Radiocarbon analysis indicates that the site was inhabited between 3,800 BC and 2,800 BC, placing it earlier in date than the comparable stone houses found at Skara Brae on mainland Orkney. The farmstead is made up of 2 closely connected stone buildings, both rounded rectangular in shape and built with exceptionally thick walls. Each structure has a very low entrance oriented toward the sea. The larger and earlier building is connected to the second by a narrow passage, and the smaller structure has been interpreted either as a workshop or as an additional living space. The buildings were erected on top of an earlier midden layer and later became surrounded by accumulated refuse, which helped preserve them over time. No windows are present, suggesting that light came from an internal hearth, while smoke likely escaped through an opening in the roof. Although the remains now lie close to the coastline, the settlement would originally have been located further inland. 3. Ġgantija. Archaeological Park. Ġgantija is a Neolithic megalithic temple complex located on the Mediterranean island of Gozo, part of modern-day Malta, and dates to approximately 3,600 to 2,500 BC. These temples represent the earliest phase of the Maltese megalithic temple tradition and predate the pyramids of ancient Egypt. Constructed more than 5,500 years ago, the twin temples of Ġgantija are regarded as the second oldest surviving religious monuments in the world, surpassed only by Göbekli Tepe in present-day Turkey. Along with other related sites, they form part of the UNESCO-listed megalithic temples of Malta. Archaeological evidence suggests that the site functioned as a ceremonial center associated with fertility rituals. This interpretation is supported by the discovery of numerous figurines and sculptural remains linked to such practices. Local tradition offers a mythical explanation for the temple's construction, attributing them to a giantess named Sansuna, who was said to have survived on fava beans and honey. According to legend, she built the temples while carrying her child on her shoulder and used them as sacred places of worship. 4. Newgrange. Newgrange, Irish, See and Brew, is a prehistoric monument located in County Meath, Ireland, positioned on elevated ground overlooking the River Boyne, about 8 kilometers west of Drogheda. Constructed around 3,100 BC during the Neolithic period, it is an impressive example of a passage tomb and predates both Stonehenge and the pyramids of ancient Egypt. The monument forms the focal point of the Brew na Boyne complex, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that also includes the nearby passage tombs of Knowth and Dowth, along with additional henges, burial mounds, and standing stones. The structure consists of a substantial circular mound containing a stone-lined passage that leads to a cruciform central chamber. Archaeological excavations uncovered both cremated and uncremated human remains within this chamber, along with objects interpreted as grave goods or ritual offerings. Newgrange is particularly notable for its facade, which is largely composed of white quartz stones, as well as its ring of decorated curbstones bearing elaborate megalithic carvings. Many of the monument's large stones are intricately engraved, and the mound is further encircled by a stone circle. Some of the materials used in its construction were transported from distant regions, including the Mourne Mountains and the Wicklow Mountains. 5. Knowth. The substantial mound is believed to have been constructed around 3,200 BC. It rises approximately 12 meters in height and measures about 67 meters across, covering an area of nearly 1 hectare. Surrounding the base of the mound is a ring of 127 curbstones, 3 of which are now missing and 4 others severely damaged. Within the mound are 2 distinct passageways aligned along an east-west axis, each leading to its own burial chamber. The eastern passage opens into a cruciform chamber comparable in design to that of Newgrange. This chamber contains 3 recesses, each originally fitted with basin stones used to hold cremated human remains. Of these, the recess on the right-hand side is the largest and displays the most elaborate megalithic decoration, a feature commonly observed in Irish passage tombs of this category. In contrast, the western passage terminates in a simpler, undivided chamber separated from the passage by a sill stone. Evidence suggests that this chamber also once held a basin stone, which was later removed and can now be found partway along the passage, approximately 2/3 of the distance from the entrance. 6. Skara Brae. Skara Brae is a Neolithic village constructed entirely of stone, situated on the Bay of Scale in the parish of Sandwick, on the west coast of mainland, the largest island in Scotland's Orkney archipelago. The settlement is made up of 10 closely grouped houses built from flat flagstones and set within earthen embankments that reinforce the walls. Inside, each dwelling contained stone-built furniture, including hearths, beds, and storage cupboards. Remarkably, the village also featured an early form of sanitation, with individual toilets and drainage channels in each house that used water to carry waste through drains and out to the sea. The site was inhabited between approximately 3,180 BC and 2,500 BC and is considered the best preserved Neolithic village in Europe. Skara Brae forms part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site known as the Heart of Neolithic Orkney, which includes 3 other important prehistoric monuments. Dating to an era earlier than both Stonehenge and the Great Pyramids of Giza, the settlement is often referred to as the Scottish Pompeii, due to the exceptional state of its preservation. Responsibility for the site lies with Historic Environment Scotland, which manages it in collaboration with Orkney Islands Council, Nature Scot, and the Royal Society for the Protection of Birds. The site is open to the public for much of the year. First revealed by a storm in 1850, Skara Brae now faces ongoing threats from coastal erosion due to its exposed shoreline location. 7. Pyramid of Djoser. The Pyramid of Djoser, also known as the Step Pyramid of Djoser or the Step Pyramid of Horus Net-Jeriket, is a major archaeological monument located in the Saqqara necropolis of Egypt, northwest of the ancient city of Memphis. As the earliest pyramid constructed in Egypt, it represents a crucial development in monumental architecture. Built during the 3rd dynasty in the 27th century BC, the 6-level, 4-sided structure was commissioned as the funerary monument for Pharaoh Djoser and forms the centerpiece of an extensive mortuary complex set within a vast enclosed courtyard filled with ceremonial buildings and decorative elements. The design of the pyramid evolved through multiple stages, with several alterations made to the original plan. At its completion, the structure reached a height of approximately 62.5 meters and stood on a base measuring about 109 by 121 meters. The pyramid was originally encased in finely polished white limestone, enhancing its visual impact. By the late 20th century, it was widely regarded as the earliest example of large-scale stone construction using cut blocks. However, some scholars suggest that the nearby Gisar el Mudir enclosure wall may predate the pyramid complex, while others note that the pyramids of Caral in South America were built around the same time. 8. Mohenjo-daro. Mohenjo-daro is one of the most important archaeological sites in the world. It is located in the Larkana district of Sindh, Pakistan. The name Mohenjo-daro means Mound of the Dead Men. This ancient city was built around 2500 BCE and was a major center of the Indus Valley civilization. At its peak, Mohenjo-daro was home to more than 40,000 people, making it one of the largest and most advanced cities of the ancient world. It existed at the same time as other great civilizations, such as ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia. The city flourished for many centuries, but was gradually abandoned around 1700 BCE, along with other major Indus Valley cities. The exact reason for its decline is still unknown. Mohenjo-daro was rediscovered in the 1920s, and archaeologists later uncovered its well-planned streets, drainage systems, and buildings. Because of its historical importance, it was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1980, becoming the first site in South Asia to receive this status. Today, the site faces serious threats from erosion and poor restoration practices, which put this ancient wonder at risk. 9 Stonehenge. Stonehenge is a famous prehistoric stone monument located on Salisbury Plain in Wiltshire, England, about 3 kilometers west of Amesbury. It is made up of massive stones arranged in a circular pattern. The outer circle consists of tall sarsen stones, each about 4 meters high, 2 meters wide, and weighing nearly 25 tons. These upright stones are connected at the top by horizontal stones called lintels, joined using mortise and tenon joints, a highly advanced technique for its time. Inside the outer ring is a circle of smaller blue stones, and within that stand larger stone structures, known as trilithons, formed by 2 vertical stones supporting a single horizontal stone. Although many parts are now damaged or missing, the monument still shows remarkable planning and engineering skill. Stonehenge is carefully aligned with the movements of the sun. It faces the sunrise during the summer solstice and the sunset during the winter solstice, suggesting it may have had religious, ceremonial, or astronomical significance. The monument is surrounded by earthworks and lies at the center of one of the largest concentrations of Neolithic and Bronze Age sites in England, including hundreds of burial mounds. 10 Cairn of Barnenez. The Cairn of Barnenez is an ancient Neolithic burial monument situated near Ploézoch, on the Kernélihan Peninsula in northern Finistère, Brittany, France. Known locally as Cairn Barnenez in Breton and Cairn or Tumulus de Barnenez in French, this site dates back to around 4000 BC, making it one of the earliest known monumental structures built by humans. Together with other famous prehistoric sites such as the Tumulus of Bougon and the Lochmariacher megaliths, Barnenez represents some of the earliest megalithic architecture in Europe. Because of its age, it is considered one of the oldest man-made structures in the world. The Cairn of Barnenez is especially notable for its megalithic art, which includes carved symbols and patterns on stone surfaces, offering valuable insight into the beliefs and artistic expression of early Neolithic communities. Which of these is your favorite monument? Let me know in the comments. Would you like me to create some good titles or a script outline for your next video? Just tell me the topic of your next video.